Yo, what is up guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another FIFA player review, this time on the 91 rated Team of the Week 13 Benzema. This card came out a few days ago and we're going to go through the player details, his stats, his traits, as well as some of the clips and our usual summary. But before we get into all of that, if I can ask you guys to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know I upload, and comment down below what your thoughts are on this card and if you think he's getting any closer to usable as a meta striker. Now let's get into the review. Benzema, this is the team I played him in, guys. It's my standard Arsenal team, to be honest. The only change being that Benzema is now at the top. He fitted in perfectly because he links to Perez on the left wing, so no changes were needed. Had two reasonably pacey wingers, creative players in behind him, as well as a solid defensive midfield set. So it made it very good for him just to use him from an attacking perspective, try and overload him with clips and try and find the best way to use him. Getting into some of his details, guys, he is of course 6'1", tall guy, medium, low work rates, right footage, 4-star skill miss, 4-star weak foot. So again, off the bat, we've got a very good striker. On the face of the card, the 77 pace is the only thing that really lets this card down. But as we'll get into it a little bit more, although it is a little bit of a hindrance in actuality, how you use this card and how you're supposed to play with this card means that it's not that much of an issue. I played 6 games with him, 12 goals scored and 1 assist, so a good return for me in general. It should have been more assists. I did create a lot more chances with him than the assists suggest, but just didn't put the chances away. Getting into the details, I put a Hunter on him, of course, to boost the pace. His shooting is already great. Might as well just make it, you know, elite in that way, so that whenever you're striking the ball with him, it's mostly going to be a goal. And most of the time when I did get into the goal scoring positions or go into a half chance and struck the ball with him, he was very good at finishing them off. Of course, from Real Madrid in La Liga and is a French player, so we've got some nice options for linkability and creating some hybrids. We'll get into that in the summary at the end of the video. Attribute details, of course, the thing that holds him back, guys, and we're just getting to the cons first, is his sprint speed. Actually, his acceleration is okay, but maintaining sprint speed is actually lower than I would like. I would like that to be a little bit higher so that you can maintain a top speed a bit more. Right now, it's slower than a lot of defenders, so he struggles to stay in front of them. And the stamina is a little low as well, guys. 80 stamina is on the side of where you're getting towards the end of the game. He's too low to make those darting runs in behind. He usually has to sit off a little more. I played him in both the striker and the number 10, so when it was getting into the later stages of the game, I switched him to number 10 and brought on a pacey striker to try and utilize his passing and less of his stamina there. In terms of his strengths, finishing, composure, everything to do with this card in terms of shooting is absolutely fantastic. Aside from the long shots are a little bit dodgy, but they do come off sometimes, and the agility is a little low on this card, but given his size and his ability in the air, his ability with passing on the floor generally, it's pretty good. Not really a weakness for me there. Finally, getting to his traits, he of course has leadership trait, finesse shot trait, outside foot shot trait, team player and playmaker, so he's got all the shooting traits that you would want as well. Really nice to have those on board too. Makes him just an overall complete striker along with that 4-star weak foot. Now that we've covered the basics of the card, let's get into some of the clips that I got with him. So guys, just getting to some of Benzema's clips here, and the first one here, I'm just going to show you a decent pass, and that's 77 long passing he has. So you know what, he has passing in his locker. A lot of it I would say is the shorter passing, but sometimes you can get the passes where it's easy enough just to create a chance with him. He does have reasonable creative play there. Again, you can see his positioning there is to sit off on the edge of the box, which is a bit of a weird one. Here we press the ball, he's got good aggression, so he wins the ball back easily and we get a goal from it. His positioning is a little bit weird, guys, in that he decides to sit off on the edge of the box sometimes. Sometimes he does gamble in the box, but I think it depends on where the number 10 goes, or if you played a second striker with him, I think it would depend on where that player goes. If that second striker sits more into the box or on the edge of the box, he will sit off a little more and make a late run into the box to give another option. If that player doesn't go in as much, he will sit off. So again, you see there, Bergkamp slows down, Benzema drives in, and again, then he ends up in the box, and it's an easy chance for him to finish off. Getting into the next chance again, guys, his heading is absolutely fantastic. He wins a lot of headers, he's big, he's strong in the air, and that makes it all the better for when you're crossing the ball in or corners as well. As you can see there, his dribbling's not bad, his long shots aren't bad, sometimes they do go awry, but you know, you do get decent results from this card as well. I don't know how this one wasn't offside, but look again there, really tidy finish to get the win for us in the final few minutes. Again here, playmaking again, and look at this run here. He sees that the number 10 sagging off, he runs into the box, takes the ball down brilliantly, good strength, finish into the far corner again. Generally, guys, I wanted to show you a bit of all of Benzema's technique and technical skills. He's got good finishing capability, he makes good runs, he's got good strength, he's got reasonable dribbling, and again, this playmaking bit here, this is what I'm talking about here. He picks up the ball here, it's a lovely ball into Dennis Bergkamp's feet, and immediately he's gambling into that box to pick up the second ball, and a big left foot finish. That's near post there as well. I've not finished like that with many players, so it just goes to show that his shooting is really good, especially with that Hunter applied. Again, lovely little spin with that 4-star weak foot. We can pick either side that we want to finish that in. The keeper's not stopping it no matter where it's going. Here again, Benzema makes a decent run, little movement there, picks up the ball, good strength, gets away from the man, turns quickly, and finishes in the far side of the net. In this final clip here, again, another little bit of reasonable finishing there to get it past the keeper. So guys, getting into the final Benzema review, he is of course the Real Madrid centre forward from La Liga, French player of course, very linkable in terms of going across leagues or even within La Liga. We'll get into more of that in a bit. 104k on the PlayStation, 5k on the Xbox, 6 games played, 12 goals and 1 assist. I think the key stats for me again were his finishing and his short passing, his playmaking, his ability to get in with the number 10, play little quick passes around the corner, create chances just with the number 10 and the wingers all around him. His passing is phenomenal, especially in that regard, especially with link-up play as well. He sits and he goes when he's meant to. Maybe it would be to other people's frustrations, but I actually find that really good because sometimes when my cam gambled beyond him, he would sit in that slot and create good spacing between the lines there. His stamina, of course, is a bit of an issue, and his sprint speed is an issue as well, but given the overall level of the card, when you can just switch him into that centre attacking mid spot, the stamina isn't so much of an issue. The sprint speed is an issue, especially when you get past the defenders. You know you're not getting in on goal there. They are going to catch you up, so you do need something else in terms of that. Maybe a different player would be better. But strong links wise, Eden Hazard you've got there, and Rafael Varane. You've also got players like Antoine Griezmann. You can go across leagues as well. You can go to Mbappe, Ben Yedder, all those players as well. You've got a lot of icons to link to as well. So he's got a lot of linkability options. As you can see, the pros, demon finisher, and that is absolutely a fact. Once he gets into the box and gets a clear shot, you're not stopping it. It's going in the goal. Again, slow top speed is the main factor holding this one back. I put Robert Lewandowski as a similar player. Maybe he's a bit better on the shooting, but Benzema has better dribbling and overall playmaking stats there. Very similar in terms of the way that you can play with them and how you can dominate up front with them. Very much a fox in the box kind of player, good finisher, all-around technical player. Reasonable value for money, guys. I thought this card was okay. I would recommend getting him if you've got a La Liga squad that you want a cheap all-round striker option for. Hope you guys did enjoy the review, and until next time, I will see you in a bit.